the Ontario Police has committed. Those same kidnappers are targeting as an entity that is gang stalking. This is what the Ontario Police is doing. They're flying back and forth and back and forth. They're engaged in menacing stalking using the helicopter around me. Amplifying the helicopter, doing so where the Ontario International Airport is right here over this apartment, where there are no planes taking off miles away from 2500 Airport Road by hovering over the downtown Ontario luxury apartments. The airport, takeoffs from the airport does not incorporate hovering over this apartment complex at 320 North Euclid Avenue, miles northwest from the airport. This is where the Ontario Police Department is targeting by pacing around here and forth. And this is what they're doing, amplifying helicopter activity. When you're understanding the significance of the monitoring conduct, they're maintaining ongoing, this is, again, the entity that's threatening you with helicopter activity. The entity is stalking with light. That's what the demon in that vehicle is. From that distance, they molest me with impossible light activity. They're engaging in what is stalking with helicopter activity while the demons are in the sky space using helicopter, and they're doing so in this specific environment. So let me show you the engineer light. You already know. This is ongoing surveillance. This is my wall in the shade. I'm underneath the covered structure. This is my shadow in the shade, and here's another one right here. While I'm standing under what is, you don't have like one shadow per light bulb. This is not the normal environment. This is engineered light. Okay, and that's where the demons are stalking in helicopter, flying back and forth, then back and forth, then back and forth, then back and forth, and the demons are stalking with light. Okay, include the pedophiles who are the Ontario Police Department. Okay, this is the entity that's going to be disbanded. What is gang stalking, and they're doing so while they're witnessing me upload evidence, witnessing me document it, and they're stalking just like they were the other night. The parade of demons up and down the street, engaging criminal summoning. The demons are stalking with helicopter. When they're gang stalking me at the Ontario Town Square, crossing path, and the demon is stalking me in helicopter, that's what they're doing now, driving around the block, and they're doing so with the people of the state as well. Adding a demon in an Ontario Police vehicle is the same pattern of conduct by the demons are stalking with light. The demons are just using Ontario Police Department vehicles. That's why they're being disbanded. Driving at those locations is not going to reach across over here to touch me with light. They're sex offenders, and they're engaged in what is monitoring me. They're obsessed with me. Okay, this is the entity that's stalking with light. Not only do you see what is my shadow, two of them, those are demons. And so is the Ontario Police Department. They're demons, and they're engaging in what is impossible light activity while they're crossing path. That's impossible light activity. They're way over here. Their headlights are not fanning across this. And this is impossible light activity on the floor. You see how I walk into it and it doesn't disappear? This is the same light activity during the day. There's no sun in the sky. This is artificial light, and this is engineered light. Okay, this is the use of light in the engineered environment that does not create multiple shadows. This is the engineered light. The windows are appearing on the floor in the dark. Those are demons. The Ontario Police is stalking me. They're engaging in this every single day and every night. So is the Ontario Police using county-issued vehicles, and they're demons, they're psychopaths, and those are the pedophiles that are hostile because I'm putting it on my podcast and I'm publishing it on the internet. The Ontario International Airport in the same environment is stalking, flying over the downtown apartments, while those demons doing that same conduct right there are reaching all the way over here to molest me with impossible light. They're all stalking together. Using the helicopter, which is what I'm documenting. This is P.O.C. These are demons. Those are demons. At this ARCO, at 12 o'clock in the morning, the Ontario Police, with the demon-possessed people of the state, engaged in 45 minutes of stalking in a helicopter, flying back and forth over me while I was using the Wi-Fi, uploading the evidence. That's pattern of conduct. That's the entity that's going to be disbanded. And those are the pedophiles. They have sex with kids. You see them stalking with light? Those are pedophiles that have sex with kids. Their mental illness is one of sexual perversion. These are demons that are stalking with light. Do you understand how they are in perfect alignment with my person? They're in doing so while they are not over there. They do so while they're stalking directly in the path. That's where the fake sun rises as well. These are demons that are stalking. That's recognizing the pattern. And they're doing it in an environment where, speaking to the engineer light, this is all stalking me. All of them, including the demons that want to use Ontario Police Department vehicles so that you know who the enemy is, and also using the Ontario Police Department, helicopter. Okay, that's P.O.C. That's impossible light activity. Reaching all the way over here. That's the entity that's demon possessed, and that demon possession is afflicting the Ontario Police Department. That's what's wrong with them. That's why they are incompetent. That's why they engage in sex with kids. All right, that's P.O.C. That's why they engage in sex with children, and this is mental incompetence while the entity is engaged in stalking in planes. That's audible activity, relevant positioning. That engineered environment happening, that noise happening, and the engineer light is pursuant to monitoring. That's a demon flying that plane. And these are all demons that are stalking together. And they're doing so while the entity is engaging in this. That's what I captured in images at 10:15. And then at 10:17, they engage in flying what is west. And they're engaging in flying over the Ontario downtown and making a U-turn. The city of Ontario is targeting with the demon-possessed people of the state. P.O.C. This is what the entity commits before they engage in murder. All right, this is the entity that's engaged in domestic terrorism. Together and targeting with light. When you're driving, that's not reaching across, molesting the person on the opposite side of the street. Those are demons that are stalking with light. Just like when they're driving by and I'm inside a Starbucks, and inside a Starbucks, engineer light is whipping all around all the walls. That's impossible light activity. This is demon possession. And Ontario Police Department are pedophiles who are demon possessed, and they're engaged in gang stalking. This is what's putting Jason Fields in federal prison. He targeted me with this system, with his code of in order to engage in what is not only psychological torture, but also what is criminally defaming my character in order to commit what is murder, and then blame me for what my demise. Okay, wanted to engage in gang stalking and doing so. That's the Ontario Police Department, and there's the Ontario International Airport, engaging in that which I was documenting before, and flying miles away from the airport. There's no arrivals or departures, including flying over that apartment complex. This is the entity that's monitoring with the Ontario Police Department. And this is all P.O.C. Pacing back and forth in the engineered environment. That's the pattern of conduct. Okay? That's the P.O.C. The Ontario International Airport, the Ontario Police Department, the Ontario Fire Department, American Medical Response, the entities engaged in public corruption, while you're looking at the entity engaging in the chaotic system regarding what is mental illness that's shared by all of them. These are demons. These are demons. And every single last one of them are stalking me, and they're all listening to what I'm stating right now. They're engaged in ongoing gang stalking together and further into conspiracy to commit murder. This is light that's appearing on the wall. They haven't even approached yet. Those are demons. That's P.O.C. That's P.O.C.